Experimental method for use of ultrasound observation device. Based on the result of experimental method 3, I investigated which muscles inhibit the movement of the knee joint when the shoulder joint is internally rotated. While sitting in a chair, the hip joint and knee joint were flexed. The probe of the ultrasound observation device was placed on the central part of the knee joint to investigate it. Which muscles are involved in inhibiting the knee joint? I rotated the shoulder joint internally and externally to observe which muscles cause movement. Result 4. I was able to observe that the semimembranosus muscle moved slightly during internal and external rotation of the shoulder joint. This image shows the back side of the knee joint, and in this position, I was able to observe that only the semimembranosus muscle moved peripherally. I did not record this on video, but the semimembranosus muscle rarely did move peripherally. When observed from the central side from this position, the semimembranosus muscle moves centrally. Here is a video of my recent observation. Also, it illustrates the semimembranosus muscle moves when the shoulder joint is internally and externally rotated. When the shoulder joint is internally rotated, it moves distally. However, it doesn't look like it was captured very well. This is a slightly more central position than before, but the semimembranosus muscle has moved towards the central side. This causes the semimembranosus muscle to move in response to the internal and external rotation of the shoulder joint, which is thought to limit the movement of the knee joint when the shoulder joint is internally rotated. With the probe pressed on the inside of the knee joint, the probe was moved to the posterior surface of the medial tibial condyle, where the semimembranosus muscle is attached. Then the probe was moved towards the central side to observe the semimembranous muscle. This is a similar video, and I tried it several times to get a good image. The semimembranous is a long muscle that attaches from the ischial tuberosity to the medial tibial condyle of the knee joint. The semimembranous is a powerful knee flexor and internal rotator muscle, and its insertion has 5 branches. The semimembranous connect not only to the medial meniscus, but also to the posterior oblique ligament, medial collateral ligament, posteromedial joint capsule, and gastrocnemius, and controlled tension of each of these muscles. The main branch of the semimembranous is located deep to the medial collateral ligament and is attached to the medial surface of the tibia. Consideration of the innervation of the rotator cuff. The supraspinatus and infraspinatus muscles are innervated by the suprascapular nerve C4, C6. The teres minor is innervated by the axillary nerve C5, C6. The subscapularis is innervated by the subscapular nerve C5, C8. The subscapularis is innervated by the ulnar nerve C8, TH1. I previously wrote a paper called A Consideration of the Effect of the Ulnar Nerve on the Human Body, in which I wrote that stress, such as stretching, constriction, and pain in the ulnar nerve forces the human body to act in a manner similar to a flexion reflex, resulting in a defensive posture. In the internal rotation position of the shoulder joint, the C8 fit from the ulnar nerve is activated, which I believe causes the restriction of flexion and extension at the knee joint. As evidence of this, when you bend the knee joint while standing and press the ulnar nerve in the cubital tunnel with your fingers, applying stress, knee joint movement is inhibited. When you bend the knee joint while standing and bend the third, fourth, and fifth fingers, knee joint movement is inhibited. When you bend the knee joint while standing and press the ulnar nerve C8TH1 between the seventh cervical vertebra and the first thoracic vertebra and between the first and second thoracic vertebra, where the nerve roots are located. With your fingers, knee joint movement is inhibited.